Okay, let's be real. Have you ever been convinced you sound exactly like a dying seal attempting I don't know, a jazz solo at 3 a.m.?
Oh, yeah. That desperate, frantic scramble in the dark.
Right. For whatever synthetic sugary syrup promises maybe 5 minutes of blessed silence.
It's the universal soundtrack to winter misery, absolutely.
It really is. We're just so conditioned to, shut it down. But our mission today is a deep dive into the common cough. Because, we're often trying to silence our body's most dramatic defense mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem with most remedies, those suppressants, it's like putting duct tape over the check engine light when your car is, actively shedding parts on the highway.
That's a perfect analogy.
Yeah.
It really is. The cough is vital. It's a defense mechanism.
Right.
Whether it's, wet and productive or dry and hacky, your body is basically hitting the emergency eject button. It's trying to expel something, an irritant, a particle, a virus, maybe even fungus.
So the cough is the alarm. The fix shouldn't be just muting it. It has to actually align with whatever set the alarm off in the first place.
Exactly. Yeah. We need to figure out what's actually irritating those nerves and making them scream, cough, cough now.
Okay, so let's start unpacking this tantrum your throat's throwing.
Yeah.
What are the usual suspects setting it off when it's clearly not, the full-blown flu?
Well, probably the single most common offender, the one people run into all the time, is postnasal drip.
Ah, the drip. Classic.
It is, and it's often just the lovely byproduct of allergies or a sinus infection, maybe even a bit of fungal overgrowth in the sinuses. Basically, liquid is constantly dripping down the back of your throat.
Ah.
And that steady trickle just keeps those nerve endings annoyed and activated like a dripping faucet, but, in your head.
Ew. Okay, so if the drip is the culprit, is there a simple fix? Besides treating the cold or whatever's causing it, something you can do, right now?
There actually is, and it's surprisingly low-tech saline nasal rinses.
Like a neti pot.
Exactly, or just a saline spray. Mechanically washing out the sinuses, especially before bed, can dramatically cut down on the amount of irritant dripping down overnight. It sounds simple, but it can be highly effective.
Gotcha. Simple, but makes sense. Okay, so beyond our own biology attacking us, what about the outside world? Environmental assassins.
Oh, absolutely. Think heavy perfumes, secondhand smoke is a big one, even chemicals off-gassing from new stuff.
Like the new couch. I heard you mention that possibility.
Yeah. It sounds funny, but you drop a load of cash on a beautiful new sectional, and suddenly you have this weird chronic cough. It could literally be the fire-retardant chemicals it's releasing. Talk about stressful.
Wow, okay. Add new furniture smell to the list of potential throat terrorists.
And just as a side note, though it's rare, certain tic disorders, like Tourette's, can sometimes show up as a persistent cough that's really hard to diagnose.
Huh. Oh, interesting. Now let's shift gears from irritation down low. Sometimes you get that deep guttural cough, right? Feels like it's coming from deeper down. We were talking GERD.
Yes. Gastroesophageal reflux disease. GERD. And this is crucial because it gets missed a lot. People just think, oh, I have a scratchy throat.
Wow.
But imagine you've got this little valve, a sphincter, at the very top of your stomach, and it's just, lazy. It doesn't close quite as tightly as it should.
Okay. Like a leaky gate.
Exactly. And that lets stomach acid, or sometimes just the acid vapor, kind of creep back up or regurgitate.
Yeah.
And when that hits the larynx, the voice box area.
Irritation station.
Yeah.
And then cough city.
Precisely. It triggers that cough reflex.
And the go-to reaction is usually, heartburn, grab an antacid.
Right. But that just neutralizes the acid that's already there. It doesn't do a thing to fix the lazy valve itself. That's the core issue.
So you're just treating the symptom, not the leaky gate.
You got it.
Yeah.
So if GERD is really the cause, and you'd want a doctor to confirm that there are a couple of non-drug things that can make a big difference. First, watch your diet, especially late at night. Things like caffeine, alcohol, spicy foods, they can relax that valve even more.
Okay. No midnight espresso and jelly. Got it.
And second, physically elevate the head of your bed. Like put blocks under the legs 6 to 8 inches. Gravity becomes your friend, helping keep the acid down where it belongs.
Simple physics.
Nice.
Okay, what about the air we breathe? Especially that dry, hacky cough that just lingers?
Ah, yes. Air quality, specifically low humidity. If the moisture level in the air drops below about 30%, which happens all the time in the winter when the heat's on.
Right, dries everything out.
Exactly. The delicate tissues in your throat and sinuses get dehydrated, they get irritated, your vocal cords get scratchy, and the whole system basically just screams for moisture.
And let's be honest, if your heating vents haven't been cleaned since, like the Clinton administration.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and you could be blowing dry, potentially moldy, dusty air right into your face all night long, double whammy.
Lovely. So the fix there seems obvious, but maybe overlooked.
Super obvious, super effective. Get a humidifier, especially for the bedroom. If the cough is worse at night or when you first wake up, it's just basic hydration for your airways, often a really good first step. Makes sense. Hydrate your throat like you hydrate your body. Okay, now this next bit. This connection was, honestly, kind of a surprise find, linking coughs to vitamin D.
Yeah, it sounds a bit out there at first, doesn't it? But the connection is actually pretty profound, especially when you think about long-term respiratory health.
Okay, sell me on this. How does sunshine vitamin relate to hacking up a lung?
Well, there's strong evidence linking vitamin D deficiency, specifically in mothers during pregnancy, to their children having a higher risk of developing asthma later on.
Wait, really? How?
It seems vitamin D is actually needed, like structurally, for the lungs to form correctly while the baby is developing.
Whoa, okay, that's huge. You're saying it's involved in building the lungs.
But the research strongly suggests it plays a crucial role in the physical development of the pulmonary system, which also kind of puts a new spin on why asthma often flares up more in the winter, right?
Less sun.
Less vitamin D production in the skin. It connects logically.
Mine's slightly blown. Okay, and isn't there also a link with that really specific barking cough in kids?
Yep, that's croup, that distinctive seal-like bark. And yes, vitamin D is often recommended as part of the treatment for that specific type of viral cough.
Okay, this vitamin D thing is more involved than just bones and moods. Now, for what you called the aha moment, this connects to those really sudden, scary, uncontrollable coughing fits, like a spasm.
Exactly, laryngospasm. It's a spasm in the larynx, the voice box. And it turns out this can be directly linked to low levels of calcium in the blood. Hypocalcemia.
Calcium, I thought that was for bones too. How does calcium affect coughing?
Calcium is absolutely critical for nerve function, for nerves to send signals properly, especially the nerves controlling the muscles in your throat and larynx.
Okay. Nerve communication.
Right. If your blood calcium is too low, the signals get scrambled. It's like faulty wiring. You get a misfire in the cough reflex. The nerves basically glitch out and trigger a spasm.
Okay. Faulty nerve signals due to low calcium. But why would the calcium be low? That's the million-dollar question, right?
And the answer, circling back, is often missing vitamin D3.
There it is again.
That's the core realization here. One of vitamin D3's main jobs is to help your body absorb calcium from your diet and get it into your bloodstream.
So no D3 or low D3.
Means low calcium absorption, which leads to low blood calcium, which can then cause those nerve signals in your throat to go haywire, potentially causing that spasmodic cough. It's a chain reaction.
Wow. Okay. So the smarter long-term play isn't just popping calcium pills, which might not even get absorbed properly anyway.
Exactly. It's often about fixing the underlying vitamin D deficiency. That allows your body to manage its calcium levels naturally and effectively.
That's the strategic approach. Correct the root cause. So how do you correct that if someone's really deficient?
Well, for a significant deficiency, based on therapeutic studies, we're talking potentially large daily doses of vitamin D3, sometimes up to 20,000 IUs daily. But, and this is crucial, there are non-negotiable partners it needs.
Hold on. 20,000 IUs, that sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
We need a big flashing disclaimer here, right? We're just reporting what some studies suggest for severe deficiency. People shouldn't just start necking that amount.
Yeah. Absolutely. 100%. We have to be crystal clear. Vitamin D3 is fat-soluble. It builds up in your system. So any dose significantly above, say, the standard 4,000 or 5,000 IUs daily must be guided by a healthcare professional and based on actual blood tests showing a confirmed deficiency.
Right. Test, don't guess, especially with high doses.
The potential danger isn't necessarily the vitamin itself at appropriate levels. It's taking massive doses without knowing your actual levels and without medical guidance.
Okay. Important safety announcement over. So, assuming you do need higher doses under guidance, what are these non-negotiable cofactors you mentioned? Why magnesium and vitamin K2?
Okay, think of it like this. Magnesium is like the key that turns on the ignition for vitamin D. Your body actually needs magnesium to convert vitamin D into its active form. If you take a bunch of D3, but you're low on magnesium, it just won't work properly. You're wasting your time and money.
So magnesium activates D3. Got it. What about K2?
Vitamin K2 is like the traffic cop for the calcium that vitamin D helps you absorb. Remember, D3 increases calcium in the blood. K2's job is to direct that calcium into your bones and teeth where it belongs, and importantly, keep it out of soft tissues like your arteries or kidneys, where you don't want it building up.
So D3 brings the calcium to the party, magnesium lets D3 work, and K2 makes sure the calcium behaves itself and goes to the right place.
That's a great way to summarize it. It's a team effort.
Okay, that's the ultimate strategic long-game fix for potentially nerve-related coughs.
Yeah.
Amazing. But let's be brutally honest. It's 3 a.m., you're doing your dying seal impression.
Yeah.
You do not care about 6-month nutrient strategies.
No, you care about silence right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You need that nocturnal opera to stop immediately.
Yep.
Is there a power move for fast relief?
There is, and it involves a specific delivery system, the nebulizer.
Okay, like the machines asthmatics sometimes use.
Precisely. It takes a liquid medicine or remedy and turns it into a superfine mist or vapor that you inhale directly into your lungs and throat.
Direct application. Bypasses the digestive system.
Exactly. It provides fast, localized relief right where the problem is. And this approach can work for both dry, irritated coughs and those thick, mucousy ones.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What potent cocktail are we putting in this nebulizer? What are the magic ingredients for rapid action?
2 key things. First is NAC, N-acetylcysteine.
NAC, I've heard of that. Isn't it an antioxidant?
It is a powerful antioxidant, yes, and also an anti-inflammatory.
Yeah.
But crucially for coughs, especially wet ones, it's a potent mucolytic.
What?
Mucolytic. It literally means mucus breaking. NAC helps break the chemical bonds in thick, sticky mucus, thinning it out so it's much easier to cough up and clear out. That's why it's used in treating lung conditions like COPD.
Okay, so it helps clear the gunk and calms inflammation. Nice combo. What's ingredient number 2 for the quick fix?
Magnesium, specifically magnesium sulfate, which you probably know as Epsom salts.
Epsom salts. In a nebulizer.
Yep. Remember how we said calcium can cause nerve misfires and D needs magnesium? Well, nebulizing magnesium seems to provide a rapid, localized, calming effect on those irritated nerves in the throat and airways. Especially helpful if the cough feels kind of spastic or nerve-driven.
Wow. Okay, walk us through the recipe. Someone's got their dying seal ready to go. They've got a nebulizer. How do they mix this up?
Okay, you take about a 1/4 teaspoon of NAC powder. You need the powdered form, and dissolve it really well in about 4 ounces, which is half a cup of water. Using warm water helps it dissolve faster. It can be a bit stubborn.
1/4 teaspoon NAC powder. 4 ounces warm water. Got it.
Once that's totally dissolved, clear liquid, you add about a 1/4 teaspoon of plain Epsom salts. Make sure it's just pure magnesium sulfate, no added scents or anything.
Right, 1/4 teaspoon Epsom salts into the NAC water.
Stir that until it dissolves too. Then you pour that liquid into the medicine cup with the nebulizer, put the mask on, turn it on, and just breathe normally for about 5 minutes.
And how often?
Once or twice a day is usually suggested when you're having acute symptoms.
That combination, NAC to break up mucus and reduce inflammation, magnesium to calm the nerves, sounds way more targeted than just syrup.
It's designed to work directly on the tissues involved, much faster than swallowing something.
Cool. Okay, just quickly before we wrap up, any other honorable mentions for cough remedies that came up, besides the usual honey and ginger tea route?
Yeah, 2 other traditional remedies got highlighted as being pretty effective. Black seed oil, Nigella sativa, has a long history of use for respiratory issues. And also white horehound, which is a classic herbal cough expectorant.
Good backups to know about. Okay, so wrapping this all up, what's the big takeaway here?
I think the main thing is perspective. The next time you feel that tickle, that urge to cough, try to remember it's not the enemy, it's an alarm bell.
Right. Silencing it is like hitting snooze on your body's warning system.
Exactly. Your body might be trying to tell you something important about, dusty vents or maybe that lazy stomach valve letting acid creep up.
Or maybe, just maybe, the slightly shocking fact that you haven't really seen the sun in 6 months and your throat nerves are literally misfiring because of it.
It could be any of those. The cough is often just the downstream effect of a larger imbalance somewhere else in the system.
So the real cure, maybe it isn't found in that glowing syrup bottle on the pharmacy shelf. Maybe it's about making sure those tiny nerves in your throat have enough vitamin D, enough magnesium, enough of what they need to actually communicate properly.
That's the deeper approach, addressing the root cause.
Which leads to a final thought. If a simple dry cough could actually be a symptom of poor nerve signaling because you're low on D3 and magnesium, well, what other weird, mysterious little aches, pains, or ailments might just be waving a flag for the same common, often easily fixable nutritional deficiency?
That's definitely something to chew on.
Indeed. Something to chew on. Until the next deep dive.